The scandal of homelessness in this country, as people are celebrating 70 years since the victory over fascism in the Second World War, which is supposed to be partly about building a better future for people. I think some of the people who gave their lives, in the Second World War, who people have been remembering today, will be absolutely disgusted to see 70 years afterwards that people are having to camp out on the streets. That's the sort of in order just to for the basic human rights of a decent place to live. It's absolutely disgraceful. But anyway, as I say, the struggle continues and solidarity to those camping out. Thank you.
Thanks very much from the Unite Community Branch. I now have somebody here who is a 16-year-old schoolboy who's come to be part of this demonstration today. His name is Jack. I'm calling on you, Jack. Please come and tell us why you're here today.
Hi guys, my name's Jack and I'm here today because my brother became homeless a few years ago and he had no way of getting help. My parents didn't help him simply because he was homeless and he fell into depression and ended up committing suicide. Now, if he got the right help from the government, then he could have easily gotten out of that situation, but simply because he was homeless, there was no way he could get out of that. So I'm here today to stand up for the homeless people and get them some recognition for what they should do.
Thank you very much, Jack. And now I'm inviting Scott Russell to speak to you. Scott, if any of you have been following this campaign with detail, you will know that Scott Russell is a member of this camp who from the beginning put his neck on the line for why we're all here today. And so I want to ask you to give a really huge hand for Scott. I'm sure he will speak again during our rally, but this is the first time that Scott will be speaking to you today. Thank you, Scott Russell.
Hello everyone, nice to see you all here today. Let's hope that we actually get listened to, voice of the voiceless. Let's have it all, let's hope we win. And we go back to school on Thursday with our men Ben. And hopefully we will take this place a bit further. And hopefully we get another week or another 2 months or another year until they listen to what we got to say.
The people in this camp who are homeless have fallen foul of processes that are applied which make them be defined as intentionally homeless. That is a core problem here. The way the city is dealing with our people who are vulnerable to homelessness is a core problem. A second core problem, a very chilling one. This building behind me is the largest library in the city of Manchester. We are standing on historic ground. This is the ground of the Peterloo Massacre of 1819, when people marching for the democratic right to vote were cut down by hussars and chopped literally to death. 1819, we're standing on the ground. 2015, on Monday, the City Council asked and got the support of Greater Manchester Police and G4S to begin the social profiling of people in this city.
And I was asking the council try and get me somewhere to live, because I have got bipolar, schizophrenia and dementia, and on top of that I've got cataract in my eyes. I'm going half blind now, so I need help that much. By these units here, we're not allowed in the library to go internet or anything.
no way I'm going to lose this battle. Sister, we're here. We've got to fight. We've got a voice. And the voice is louder. More people are coming down.
Thank you very much, Lily. Now, I now want to call, if I can see her, is Kathleen in the audience right now? Yeah, Kathleen. You might have seen Kathleen, who alongside Scott was interviewed on Northwest Tonight the other night. You might have seen them on the media. Come, Kathleen. Again, Kathleen will be somebody who'll speak again. There may be others from the camp who speak again, but I'm inviting Kathleen, who's put up a brilliant fight so far, to speak, and she'll be followed by Ben Turner, the solicitor, Taylor, the solicitor repping for Kathleen and Scott. Kathleen from the camp.
Hello guys. First of all, can I say thank you for you turning up and showing your support. It means a lot. Being a homeless lady, like seeing all the support, it really does. It warms me inside. We're going to fight this to the bitter end, guys. And the more support we get, the better it's going to be. So not just the supporters here, but could you tell other people, let people know what's going on? I'm so proud that there's so many of you here. I really am. I can't really speak publicly, I get really nervous, so that's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you guys.
The judge did not hear any evidence on Friday, but concluded that Manchester City Council should have the land back and that the protest should stop. I was instructed to pursue an appeal. That appeal has been listed to be heard on Thursday, the 14th of May, at Manchester County Court, Civil Justice Centre on Bridge Street at 10 a.m. It is a public hearing. All of you are welcome to come. The more support that the homeless receive at court, the better it will be. I invite you all to come down to court on Thursday next week at 10 a.m. on level 8 of the Civil Justice Centre. Be there for about 9:30 because you need to get...
Deansgate?
No, not on Deansgate. Civil Justice Centre. It looks like a large filing cabinet with the drawers pulled out. Huge glass building. Level 8.
Salford Job Centre.
9:30. Opposite the job centre, the Salford Job Centre. Get there for 9:30 because you need to get through the metal detectors, and I'll see you down there. You can shake my hand.
No, I believe. Not so bad.
Unfortunately, Manchester City Council weren't prepared to wait till Thursday next week, and they wanted the residents to be evicted sooner. They instructed the County Court bailiff to execute the warrant for Friday, just gone, yesterday, at 7:30 in the morning. I rushed down to court on Thursday afternoon and spent a good 3 hours before a judge, but I was able to persuade him to stop the eviction from happening. So I'm happy to report that the homeless camp can stay on their site till at least Thursday next week. That's good news.
Yes, yes.
The basis upon which the appeal is brought is that evicting the campsite is an interference with their right to protest, their right to assemble and to express a view. Evicting them from the site prevents them from expressing their view. That's why I say today is a worrying day, because the Conservative government are proposing to abolish the Human Rights Act. There's been a lot of criticism about the Human Rights Act in the past. It's a good thing. The Human Rights Act is a good thing. It enshrines basic human rights. Retta earlier referred to the Peterloo massacre. That was a protest. It happened about 200 years ago. it was not a dissimilar protest to the one we have today. It was a protest by the poor about poverty. It ended badly for the protesters. So badly that there's a blue plaque for the Peterloo Massacre just on the Free Trade Hall. It's not called the Free Trade Hall anymore, I don't know what it's called now, it's a posh hotel, but there's a blue plaque, go and have a look at it.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
The Peterloo Massacre. It is ironic that on the same site where 200 years ago people were massacred, another protest is occurring.